All right. Sorry I couldn't be with you today. I am not feeling well and my voice is pretty much done, but I still need to get you this lesson. So I just wanted to run over repeated simple interest. It's quite simple, so that's why I'm okay with going over it with you in this video form. We just need to be able to do simple interest and then take the amount, the ending value that we have at the end, kind of our future value, and apply that to the next year. So we need to be able to identify in our problem what is what. We have Scanlon wishes to invest $1,200 in an investment that earns him 6% interest compounded yearly. So that's kind of the new term, compounding something. That's what we're getting into, which is compound interest. And really, it's just repeating that simple interest year by year. Sorry. For 3 years here, calculate the total that he would have after 3 years using repeated simple interest, which is going to be the same as compounding our interest, compounded yearly. If something is compounded, it means it's being done multiple times. If you have a compound fracture, that means you're fractured in multiple places. So anyways, we'll break this question down. So $1,200 is the amount that they're investing, which means that is our P, right, of our formula. I is equal to P R T. Sorry for the writing. It's hard to write with a mouse. So got my $1,200. I have my rate right here, 6% interest. I have to convert that, right? 0.06 is my rate. And now my time, I know it says 3 years, but we're going to do each year separately. So really, time is equal to 1 year because we're doing each year separate. Okay. So if I start in my year one here, my starting value is $1,200. So interest earned, I need to use my I is equal to PRT formula for that. So I is equal to 1,200 times 0.06 times 1. And that will tell me my interest earned in year one, right? So when I do that math, I end up with $72. Okay, so my ending value is going to be my starting value plus my interest earned, which would just be $1,272. Makes sense. So now I need to take my ending value and put it as my starting value for the next year. And that's really what repeated simple interest is, or compound interest is. At the end of that first period, which is in this case a year because it's compounded yearly, we take the ending value with it's the starting value plus the interest earned, and we apply that to the next term. In this case, it's 1 year. Okay, so year two, we now have 1272 as our starting value. And we do the same thing. So 1272 this time as our principal. times our same interest rate, 0.06 times 1. And in this case, we get a little bit more because our principal, our starting amount is a bit more. So $76.32. Okay, so now we have to add these two together to get our ending value. So I should maybe write this over here. 1200 plus 72. In this case, I'm not gonna write it out because again, it's really hard with a mouse here. But the amount when we add these two together, 1272 plus 7631 is 13. Oof, that was not a very good one. Let's try that 3 again. 1348 and 32 cents. Oh, goodness. 32 cents. Okay, now again, take that amount, apply it to our next starting value. Year 3, same deal, but now we have 1348 and 32 cents. Okay. Interest is equal to 1348, 32 cents times 0.06 times 1. 1's not very good. Okay, and doing that math, you end up with now a bit more again. $80.90. Okay, so you can see if we had this all as simple interest, we'd only be earning that 6% on our original $1,200, and it would just be a $72 and $72 here interest earned and $72 interest earned in this one. But when we put that $72 back in and we increase our starting value amount, every time our interest earned gets larger and larger, $72, $76, $80, right? And that pattern continues. And when you leave that for a lot of years, it ends up being a lot of money in the end because, well, we're increasing our starting value every year. Okay, and lastly, when we add these two together, we end up with 14.29 and 22 cents. Okay. There we go. Okay, so honestly, that is all that lesson really is. You should be able to do this on the practice problems. Now, if you have problems with this, you can ask the sub to help you out, and otherwise, I can help when you get back. Okay. Thank you very much. Hopefully I'm back soon. This cold is kind of kicking my butt right now, so have a good day, guys.